Jakey's Pizza, and Versatile Video. Presenting you today, Championship Soccer in the A Division. We have today the Lightning Bolts against the Purple Dragons. I'm George Marble. I'll be calling all the play-by-play for you today. Back with the game in just one moment. Kickoff center circle as we begin this championship game between the Purple Dragons and the Lightning Bolts. At the far side, number 15, Andy Hemerick will throw it in, controlled by the Lightning Bolts. They'll be moving to our right side in this first half, and to our left side will be the Purple Dragons. At the far side it goes. Here come the Lightning Bolts. Upended by the Dragons as they fight it out here, these youngsters, in the A Division of this championship. Now a roll out of bounds. Dragons throwing it in. Chasing it there is Amar. Out of bounds. By the Lightning Bolts, a whistle. And we're going to have another throw-in, this time by the Dragons. And JR. At the far side, the Lightning Bolts will take it over from that area. We're just underway here in this championship match. The Dragons are undefeated this year and want to stay that way. Jack Giddy will throw it in. Actually, handing off to his teammate, who will do the honors.
Go, Jack!
Now the Bolts trying to get out of traffic. They cannot. It will go out of bounds. Play resuming. Ball back in play over there. Amar trying to move it by. Trying to find somebody out in the clear. They cannot. The Bolts will try to move it by. And here they come at the far side, moving down the line. Past Brian, and now it will go out of bounds at the far side. So the Dragons will watch the referee signaling a Lightning Bolt throw in. Take a look at Rainbow, number 1 for the Lightning Bolts. Throw in made, controlled by the Bolts. Now the Dragons kicking it the other way, and will roll out of bounds. Jack Giddy playing it in. Kicked toward the side. Giddy trying to move it by. The Bolts kicking it. Now back there is Brian. Brian passing it off to Nick.
Come on, let's go!
Nick trying to kick it forward. Chased down by Tom of the Lightning Bolts. Throwing it in, the Lightning Bolts from that far side. As they will try one more. Knocked by JR. And a nice one. And the Bolts missing. Now a hard kick, and here come the Bolts for a moment. But the goaltender taking charge for the Lightning Bolts. The Dragons, number 5, and Nick. Now the Dragons trying to get something going. And here comes Amar. Amar around it, and also some Lightning Bolts behind him. Knocked away by the Dragons.
Sorry.
And here comes JR. A hard kick at the left side. It is free. The goaltender will grab it. So JR will play it for the Dragons at the near side.
Brian! See that kid?
The corner kick and a lead for number 5, Nick. He can't put it in. Now over there, Tom for the Lightning Bolts, rolling out of bounds. Bolts throwing it in at the far side. And it does not stay in bounds on that one. So we'll have one from the Purple Dragons. This one by Dino, the son of the head coach, Mike Gruley. He throws it in, a nice lead, and over there is Jack. He can't get it. Now back there, Nick, trying to find somebody open. He can't. The Lightning Bolts will try to run it down the field. Now a nice play by Brian, stopping that momentum for a moment. And here comes Amar trying to get it. He can't. Now Jack as two players falling down. A kick the other way and
Take it, JR.
intended near JR. And now at the far side, we have Dino. Dino trying to move it by. He cannot. The Lightning Bolts
Good.
passing it back the other way. Now kicked hard by Bryant.
Jack.
And now the Dragons
JR, move it.
moving it down. The Bolts, though, trying to cross that line, but their defense has been holding the Dragons in check so far in this first half. At the far side, it will roll out of bounds. Throwing it in will be Brian Snyder of the Dragons. Now a whistle. We have a substitution coming in, number 3, Anthony, for the Dragons. And coming out, a Dragon player who we shall see for a moment as to who it will be. And the player stepping out of the near sideline. So the Lightning Bolts throwing it in off of JR, and back we go again. This time the Dragons. JR throwing it in. Controlled by the Bolts. Now the ball is loose as both players chasing it. Over there is the Dragons. Number 5, and Nick around that ball. And you take a look at the fans for the Dragons today, cheering on the team. Ball now out in the open. Here comes the Bolts to try to move it by, but chased down by Mike Nadeau. Kick along the far side and out of bounds. Resuming, the Dragons trying to get some drive going towards that goal. The Bolts now with it. Crossing the center line. A nice pass, chased by Andy at the far side, but it will go out, and the throw-in will be by Brian Snyder of the Dragons. We are scoreless here in the first half. I'm George Marble. Hope you're enjoying this one at Shakey's Pizza. Snyder chasing it as it goes out. So the Bolts will throw it in from that far side. They are now in their offensive area for the first time today. Kicked away by the Dragons. A nice play, but the Bolts moving it right back. It will go out of bounds again.
Come on, don't bunch up, you guys. Stay spread.
Now it will roll out as JR chasing it. So the Dragons will throw in as the substitutions coming in. Dino coming in and Anthony going out. As we have a whistle, and apparently the throw-in will be made again. Lightning Bolts throwing it in. Tom will do it. The Bolts trying to establish some offense themselves. We are scoreless in this game. Now the Dragons on a roll, some dribbling, and they'll try to beat the field. A hard kick. Now everybody's just running for that ball out in the open, but the Bolts are there first, as they will try to get it by again over that center line and into the goal. Around that ball is Dino for the Dragons. Ball rolling loose and penalty. So we'll have a kick by the Bolts, a hard one, chased by Reed, and the open field is his. Here he comes down. The Dragons will try to close it out. The Bolts on the move. Now the referee signaling offsides, apparently against the Bolts. So the ball will come back to the point of the infraction as the Dragons will try to kick it away.
Let's go.
Anybody wanting to buy a copy of this game, let us know at Shakey's, 693-1913, or just ask one of our managers. We'll be happy to service you with a copy. Now over there is Tom for the Bolts. In front of him, Jack, as he takes control. Dribbling it down, trying to find somebody open, but right there is Andrew for the Bolts. Andrew, seeing it go out.
Come on, JR.
The Dragons will throw it in. Kicked back by the Bolts.
Play it,
And it will roll out. A hard kick by Bryan out of bounds.
JR. Grab that foot. Oh. Come on.
So the Bolts will throw in.
Come on.
Around it, though, is the Purple Dragons' Dino.
Wake up.
But this time the Dragons watch the Lightning Bolts throw it in.
Look at the center.
A hard kick by the Dragons. Ball is free, but the Lightning Bolts are right on it. Kicked, and a nice lead pass. The Dragons off the side of the player's foot. Over there is Nick, and it will roll out at the near side. Rainbow in the action. Now going by the Dragons' Mike. A kick, now the Bolts have a chance, a shot. That is up and high, and is off to the side, and no good. So the Bolts taking a chance, but the ball did not go in the net.
JR.
A kick now by the Dragons.
Amar, take it.
Amar has it, trying to run it through and go by some defense. Knocked away momentarily by Reed. Now kicked by the Bolts. Jack now has it. Kicked hard the other way. Now going for it is the Lightning Bolts. Kicked over the line. The ball is now free. Over there is the Dragons.
Come on.
Now the Lightning Bolts. A high kick by Snyder.
Dino, come on.
A header by the Bolts. Now Dino. Dino trying to get it.
Kick the ball.
Now a hard kick by the Bolts. Answering back the Dragons. And now we have Reed in the action at the far side. It will roll out of bounds
JR. Stay right here.
as Brian Snyder will throw in. Here we go, the Lightning Bolts dribbling it down, upended though by the Dragons. Dragons at the far side, trying to just move it down. They have been in the defensive portion of their side in the latter stages of this first half. We are scoreless,
Okay, Nick.
thrown in by Rainbow. Kicked, now attended for Jack, now a hard one off to the side of the goal and out of bounds. As you look at the goaltender standing there for the Dragons as they will kick it out. A nice one at the far side and received by a teammate. Trying to move it by. The Bolts still playing some tough defense. Over there is Tom, chased by Jack Giddy, and out of bounds.
Come on.
Bolts throwing it in. Answering back Jack Giddy, but nobody chasing it.
Come on, get on him. Pressure.
And here comes the Bolts again. Crossing the center line, now falling down a Lightning Bolt. Towards the center portion of the field,
Come on, Dragons.
the Bolts throwing it in. Dragons now have it.
Come on,
The
Dino.
player is falling down. Dragons kicked, blocked nicely by the Dragons defense. Moving it down, now receiving it is Mike Nadeau. Here comes Mike, trying to pass it through. Two defenders he is, but now they are kicking it back the other way. Jack now, an aggressive kick, but a goal out of bounds at the near side. Zooming as the Lightning Bolts take control. As Shane with it.
Let's go, Dragons.
Dragons trying to get it back. Dino around it. He can't get it. A kick by Reed.
Oh, come on.
Dragons kicking it out of bounds at the near side.
Lawrence, you don't have to kick it right
From
away.
the Dragons on the move as they inbound it. Amar dribbling it down, trying to find somebody, but he'll do it himself, maybe. Here's a shot, but not hit too hard, and a save by the Bolts. Amar now has it back. A pass and a shot that is saved by the Lightning Bolts goalie. So the Dragons bidding for a goal, 2 shots, but not in there as the Bolts now getting it back as they are in their offensive territory. A lead now, a 1-on-2. A by defender now, he falls down. It will go out of bounds.
Nick!
Near the goal, the Bolts trying to get one home. It is 0-0 here in this first half. Falling down a Bolt, and now will go out of bounds.
JR.
Action now for the Dragons, but out of bounds. Zamar will kick it out of there.
Look at it right behind you. Wait.
Thrown in by Bradley. A lead now for Amar, but back the other way for the Bolts, but now JR in the action. But now a high kick for the Lightning Bolts.
Go after it.
Number 4 in the action, Reed, chased by Nick. At the far side, out of bounds.
Go after
And
that
you take a
ball.
look at Danny, number 9 for the Purple Dragons, on the defense today.
Okay, go. Go, Jack.
Action resuming as the Bolts will take control, but a nice block by Jack,
Come on, Andrew.
stuffing the foot of a Lightning Bolt. Out of bounds it goes. Now over there is Bryant, but he'll throw it to a Lightning Bolt as they will take it over at the far side. Bryant around the ball, but out of bounds. Play resuming, a corner kick. The Bolts now trying to get it, but it will go out at the far side. Out the center of the field, here comes Amar. Now behind him is Lawrence. And we have a penalty.
Oh. Line it
And we're
up.
going to have a shot on goal, apparently. A penalty kick
JR.
by the Lightning Bolts.
In front of it.
So the Dragons will try to brace themselves as we are tied right now, 0-0.
Right there.
Here comes
Back
the
up a
kick
little bit.
as the referees signal for play to resume. But the players now trying to get back in their proper positions, the Lightning Bolts. And here they come, a hard kick, and saved as the Dragons hold the Lightning Bolts. Good defense by the Dragons. Kick now by the Bolts as they chase it down and try to get some more shots on goal. But the Dragons moving it away as it goes towards the near side.
Come on, Amar.
Here comes Amar. Broken up, though, by Danny. Kicked by the Dragons, but answering right back, the Lightning Bolts. Ball now rolling out in the open towards the far side.
That's it, Nick. Good job, Nick.
Out of bounds.
Back up, Nick. Back up. Here they come.
So the ball rolling towards the Dragons. Bolts, though, answering right back. And a shot. That is off to the side and out of bounds. Welcome back to the championship soccer match between the Dragons and the Bolts. Dragons will be moving to our right side in the second half, and the Bolts to our left. I'm George Marvel. I hope you're enjoying this so far. We have a scoreless soccer game as the ball is at the far sideline.
That's enough.
As we have a kick coming up by the Dragons. Kicked out of bounds. On the Dragons, and they will roll out of bounds. As the Dragons bidding for that first goal of the game. Bolts fighting hard, now a shot, a save, a nice one by the Lightning Bolts.
Right now.
Ball is loose, rolling right to Mark. He kicks it towards the center, but knocked back by the Bolts. A miss kick by Bryant, chased back as he tries to make amends for that one, but it will roll out at the far side. Dragons trying to stop their momentum. Over there is Tom, and out of bounds.
Okay, Tino. Tino.
Jack will throw in for the Dragons. A high kick by the Lightning Bolts, Rainbow Moore. Trying to keep it in play, but it will stay out of bounds. Kick it out of their defensive territory Now falling down a lightning bolt, and a penalty is going to be charged against Dino for obstruction, apparently. So we'll have a kick by the lightning bolts as the referee is going over some of the rules of the game to the players.
Come on, Dean, go after the ball. Back up.
Andrew will do the kicking. Kicked near a teammate, but knocked away by Mark. A pass to JR. JR, the center, upended by Stefan. Now on the move is Andrew, but out of bounds. Thrown in and taken by Will. Over there also is Stefan.
Let's go, set it up.
So the Dragons will kick it out at the corner. JR will do the honors. Now the Dragons trying for a shot on goal. A soft one now, another one, and is kicked out against the tree. So the Bolts, from their defending goal, will kick it out of danger, hopefully. A nice lead pass from that kick to Reed. Mark kicking it back the other way. Dino around that ball, he gets it. Trying to get by a couple of lightning bolts. Now we have Jack in the action. Amar around that ball also, out of bounds. So we'll have a throw in by the lightning bolts. Here come the Dragons as the Bolts are trying to move it down. Around it is Reed. Also over there is Andrew. The ball is now loose out in the open. Chasing it. 2-on-1, the Bolts against the Dragons. And it's still in bounds. Taken by the Bolts, kicked out of bounds. Has it, Amar against the defender, going by him, but the ball away from him too far, and the Bolts will get it back, and Bradley. Bradley around that ball. That's his teammate in front of him. Ball rolling towards the sideline, taken by the Bolts. Now we have Andrew. Now the Dragons. Here comes Dino. Dino trying to pass it. The goaltender saving it for the Bolts. Kicked hard and out of bounds at the near side. It in. JR around that ball also. Jack now, a centering pass to Amar. Amar hesitating for a moment. Jack now there. Amar trying to get it by, but the Bolts have a big wall in front of him. As we have a whistle on the play. By the Bolts. Brought right back by the Dragons and out of bounds at the near side. Thrown in by the Bolts. Now keeping it in bounds as the Dragons try to move it down again. Bolts, of course, from Del Mar. The Dragons from Tierra Santa in this championship match. Kick. Now a ball on the loose. Kicked hard by Del Mar. Now Tierra Santa's number 12, Brian. And now over there in the center, a hard kick out of bounds by Rainbow at the near side. And here come the lightning bolts from out of nowhere, trying to get it out, dribbling it around. Here comes Andrew Will, but out of bounds at the far side. The lightning bolts with it as Shane in the action, trying to move down. Now a player falling down. No whistle on that one. Out of bounds. And you take a look at number 5 for the Lightning Bolts, Marcus Pound in the defense position as the Dragons and Lightning Bolts are battling so far to a 0-0 tie. We are in the second half. Thrown in by the Dragons. A nice lead for Jack. Jack along the far side, but out of bounds, and the Lightning Bolts will take it over. And it will go the Dragons' way. Thrown in, and now JR around that ball. JR trying to kick it, but blocked by a Bolt. A kick, the goaltender has it, and he'll move it out. And it will also go out of bounds. The goaltender for the Lightning Bolts involved in the action in these latter moments of the second half. Here comes Delmar with the ball. Going by a Dragon. Amar trying to stop it and knocked out of bounds at the near side. Over there is Reed for the Lightning Bolts. Out of bounds again. Here, take a look at number 11, J.R. Smith for the Purple Dragons. Heavily involved in this game. The ball now rolling behind the net and out. A driving kick taken by number 11, Shane, towards the sideline and out. Trailing the action as we resume. The Lightning Bolts fighting hard in this game. Kick now by Tom. Around that ball is also Reed. Now Dino has it. For a moment, that is. Kicked by Amar. And around that is Jack. Rolling towards the far side. And out. Throwing it in. Still scoreless, this soccer game. We are in the second half. Past the halfway mark. The Bolts kicking it back as the Dragons are trying to drive it down. Out of bounds at the near side. Chasing it, now sailing way out of bounds. Dragons now trying to get it back. Amar. Now Mark has it. Now Amar's chasing. He is by himself. Trying to get by a defender. It's rolling out. So JR with the ball, but the Bolts kicking it out of bounds. Play resuming over there, the Bolts trying to move by as they are deep in their own territory. This is a scoreless game and a very tight one. Anybody wanting to buy a copy of it, let us know at Shakey's, 693-1913. Be very happy to service you with a copy of this game. Now kicked hard and out of bounds by Jack. So the Bolts will throw in as Reed will handle it. Out of bounds at the near side. Jack throwing it in for the Purple Dragons from Tierra Santa. Delmar getting it back. Now towards the goal, but in the wrong spot. Kicked away by Andrew Will, sailing way out of there. Dragons throwing it in. Kicked by Will out of bounds. Call the Dragons trying to keep it in.
Come on, Dino, get in the ball game.
Can't do so, so the Bolts will throw in. A kick now towards the center. Now the Dragons, though, getting a foot on it, but rolling out again. Amar around the ball for the Dragons. Out of bounds behind the goal net. So we'll have a goal kick by the Lightning Bolts, wearing those yellow uniforms. Kicked, knocked down by JR. Here he comes. A high kick that's going to be in. And JR scores. The Dragons have taken the lead. A sailing kick over the goaltender through to the right side. And the Dragons leading the Lightning Bolts 1-0 midway through the second half. Well, we're now have a 1-0 game. The Dragons up, kickoff, and taken by the Bolts, trying to move it down in a hurry as they see themselves trailing for the first time. At the near side, out of bounds. Over there is Tom for the Lightning Bolts. Around it is Amar. Dragons up by 1 on a goal by JR a high kick over the goaltender's head. Throw it in now by Tom of the Lightning Bolts. Around it is Shane, out of bounds at the near side.
Keep the
Let's do.
A handball charge against the Bolts, a kick towards the goal by JR, who has scored the only one today. The Dragons back there in defense, blocked by the Bolts. Now mark around it. And a whistle. Now down on the field, hurt, is Andrew Will. And zooming, a high kick sailing out of bounds. Trying to kick it, blocked nicely by the Thunderbolts and out of bounds. Here we go as the game winding down. A whistle now on the play. A penalty, as we'll have a kick coming up by the Lightning Bolts. Kick that's going to go out of bounds on the near side, kicked out by Jack. Delmar throwing it in. Over there is Rainbow. He can't handle it. Now Reed. Upended by the Dragons, who are holding on to a 1-0 lead. JR around that. Over there is Tom. Tom at the left side of the field. JR taking it away, trying to move it by. He's on his own, but next to him quickly, Rainbow. Amar now, kicking it towards the goal, taken by the Lightning Bolts. Now taken by Jack. Jack trying to pass it off. Amar around it. He watches it go by him as Reed around that soccer ball. Andy in the action. Amar with it. Amar chasing it at the far side, dribbling it a little bit, trying to get by a defender, that being Stefan. But out of bounds it goes as the Lightning Bolts will throw it in. 1-0, the Purple Dragons leading late in the second half. I'm George Marble. I hope you're enjoying this one at Shakey's Pizza on our big, large, wide screen. And that will do it. The game is over. The Purple Dragons are the champions in the A Division. Everybody being congratulated as the bench of the Bolts not very excited. We'll be back with the recap and summary right after this. Well, in a defensive struggle by the Dragons and the Bolts, the Dragons came out on top, winning 1-0 on a high kick over the goaltender's head by J.R. Smith midway through the second half, and that made the difference as the Dragons beat the Bolts 1-0. I'm George Marble for Shakey's Pizza, saying so long for now. This has been a Versatile Video production. Kickoff is center circle, the Express and the Steelers, who are wearing the green jerseys from Mission Bay. In this championship game, the Express wearing those white jerseys, as they'll be driving to our left side, and the Steelers will be driving to our right. Crossing the center line, the Steelers get it. Here they come as they move it down. Number 15, Joshua Severson. Now over there is TK at the far side. It will roll out of bounds. Throw in by the Express. They are from Penasquitos. A high kick going over Mission Bay. They can't get it. As they try to move it down in a hurry, here they come. Number 3, Archie. It will roll out of bounds as Archie chases it. Well, this PQ team is 9 years old, and they were put together for the first time this season and are really having some kind of year as they're playing in this championship game. Mission Bay now kicking it. Jeffrey King involved in that one. Chased by number 16 for PQ, Sam Knight, and out of bounds. Mission Bay trying to get a shot on goal, a hard one, caught though by the goaltender of the Express. Kicked away, and a nice one, and a lead, and the Express are on the run. Number 14, Peter Thompson, a cross pass, taken back to Mission Bay. As they battle it hard, number 10, a driving kick, and we have a whistle. And offsides. So the Mission Bay Steelers will kick it out from their own end. A kick now taken by Joshua. Mission Bay at the center line. Now at the far side, TK. And over there also, Ian Mason. The Express kicking it out. Over there, Corey Crouch. And a cross kick by Mission Bay. They can't find anybody open. Now a nice lead and a beautiful one, a breakaway by Peter Thompson. A shot that is wide to the right. Play resuming. The Express's Josh in the action. The Steelers trying to move it out. The Express had a shot on goal a little off to the right by one of the offensive players, but now this one goes out of bounds at the near side. And you take a look at the head coach for Mission Bay. So at the near sideline, the Steelers will throw it in. Taken by the Express, but out of bounds again. As the Steelers will do it one more time. The throw in, taken by the Express's Peter Thompson. Now going by Clayton. Kicked out of bounds by number 8, Jason Murphy. And the Steelers will take over. So Mission Bay throwing it in. The Express getting it back, kicked out of bounds off the announcer's elbow. Throwing in for the Steelers. But now they have a chance themselves, moving it down quickly. The Express, though, stopping their driving over in the far near side. Clayton, out of bounds. Thrown in by Todd Emblem of the Steelers. A lead for Nick. Now the kick going back the other way. A nice header by the PQ team. Around that ball, Mission Bay's Jeffrey King. Trying to move it out as Mission Bay looking for their first shot on goal. That one off to the left and rolling out of bounds. So the Express will kick it out from their own end as the Steelers battling hard, but this one staying in bounds at the far side. Moving it down in a hurry. Over there is Archie. He falls down. The Steelers watching the Express kick it away. Now they get it back and dribbling the ball. Joshua, a hard moving kick off to the right side and out of bounds. Well, the offensive player that the Steelers will be looking for today, number 2, Todd Emblem, when they need a shot on goal. 15, Todd Emblem. Correction.
Todd Emblem's number 15.
So the Steelers will throw in as number 2 will do the honors. Now around it, Emblem out of bounds at the near side. Press trying to fight hard as Mission Bay is driving down the goal. And a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty. against the Express. Scoreless game so far in this first half. Championship soccer. The Express, coached by Don Turner, and his assistant is Chris Turner. A great season. Now the penalty kick coming up. This could be dangerous for the Express. A driving kick. That is in. So Mission Bay on the board first, scoring on a penalty kick, and now leading 1-0. Just a shot right in the goal, to the left side and through. So Mission Bay with the early lead in this first half. As they kick it away, the Express will try to even things here. Over there, number 5, Josh Bodley. Ball is moving around and taken by Michael Coronado. Now Mission Bay crossing the line, getting back into their offensive side. Now a hard kick, but right over there, the goalie for the PQ team. Kicking it out of danger, a high one. Bounding across the line, here come the Express for a moment, but Mission Bay right on it, out of bounds to the near side. Ball in play, the Express trying to get somebody up in the middle. He has the ball now, moving around, fancy dribbling, but out it goes as the Express kick it out. At the far side, it goes out of bounds. So the Express trailing 1-0 in this first half. A corner kick coming up as the Express will try to get a good lead pass towards the center of that goal. Pass to Archie. He can't control as the Mission Bay team tying up. Now a shot on goal that goes to the bar. Not in. Now another attempt that's not even tried as Mission Bay kicks it away. Good defense by the Steelers. So the Steelers will kick it out from their own end. And a correction, apparently that went in, that ball. And now the Express have tied it 1-1 as the ball went off the right post and went through. And now we have a tie soccer game. Press on the move for another one. A shot that is blocked, attempted by Peter Thompson and out of bounds. At the near corner, we'll have a corner kick by Danny Muckley, number 10, for the PQ Express, who have tied this one up 1-1. We are in the first half. A hard driving kick towards the goal. A shot blocked by the Steelers. And this one rolling towards the near side, taken by Muckley. Muckley trying to center it out, blocked by the Steelers. Playing some good defense. Blocked again and rolling out of bounds. So we have a throw-in from the near side. In this 1-1 tie between PQ and Mission Bay. Thrown in, play resuming. Number 12, Clayton Turner with the ball. Out of bounds it goes. Clayton throwing it in. Players all around the ball. The Mission Bay Steelers bottling up inside. But now the Express trying to find an opening. Here comes Peter. A shot, a save. A nice play by the goaltender of the Steelers. Kicked away. This one rolling out of bounds. Steelers trying to kick it out. Here comes Clayton now. A centering pass broken up by the Steelers. Another pass. And now a goaltender grabbing that one. Kicking it away. A soft one. Chasing is Clayton, kicking it out. Thrown in by the Steelers, a high kick that's going to go out of bounds. So the Express will throw in as Turner will do so. Play going on. Mission Bay's Stephen Bailey, and now Jeffrey King with it. Clayton passing it off to Michael Coronado. Kicked away by the Steelers as the Express will try to get it back. Kicked out of bounds. On the near side, the Steelers throwing it in. Kicked back by Thompson as Joshua Severinson around it. Out of bounds at the near side. Play going on. A high kick by Josh Bodley. Now Mission Bay responding. A hard kick by Joshua. Out of bounds it goes. So the Steelers will throw it in from the near side. Taken by Todd Emblem, one of the offensive stars of this Mission Bay team. Emblem moving it down in a hurry, getting by some Express, but a nice defense by Corey Crouch. Out of bounds. Resuming around it is Tommy Dyer. Emblem in the action. Now the Express trying to move it out. Mission Bay, a tough ball club indeed in this championship match. Over there is Ian Mason. The Express is Michael Coronado. And now kicked the other way. It will roll at the far corner. And this one will go out at the far side. So the Steelers throwing it in. A lead for Emblem, a hard kick, and it will go in the goal. Todd Emblem doing it as he's been doing it all year for the Mission Bay Steelers, and now they're leading it 2-1.
Why are you behind everybody now?
Express losing by a goal as we are in the first half. Here comes number 14, Peter Thompson in the action. Chased. Michael Coronado, a shot over the net, out of bounds in the street. Nice header by Joshua. Mission Bay trying to get it out of there again. The Express. A high kick by Corey. They get it by for a moment. Now Mission Bay moving it down, chased by Sam Knight. Now Emblem by himself, he may try another shot. A hard one, a save. Emblem in there again, and this one will roll away and out. So the goaltender for the Express kicking it away as Mission Bay leading 2-1 in this game. Around that ball, the Express trying to move it out. Hard kick by Mission Bay and a lead for Emblem. Emblem blocked away nicely by the defender Corey. Now out of bounds it goes. Thrown in by the Steelers. Over there, number 10, Danny Muckley kicking it away. Back it goes to Mission Bay. The Express trying to generate some offense as they have been slowed up lately by the intense penetration of especially Todd Emblem. Now a high kick going to the right side of the goal as the referee blows his whistle, and we're going to have a penalty against Mission Bay. See Joshua Severinson in your screen as a kick made by Penasquitos from their opposite end. Back it goes to Mission Bay. The Express have it now. They try to dribble it by. Here they come down the field, a kick, and a pass to number 14, Peter Thompson. Thompson, a kick deflected by the Steelers, who are playing a fine game today. Thrown in by Clayton. Clayton chasing it, and right by the foot of the announcer. Near side, Clayton throwing it in for the Express. Kicked away by Mission Bay, and a nice play by Michael Coronado, taking it away from Emblem. He tried to take control of it. Now over there is Josh Bodley, and also Sam Knight in your action. Here comes Archie Tevelim. It will go out of bounds.
Good job.
The Express losing to the Steelers 2-1. We are in the first half. At the far sideline, we will have a throw-in by the PQ Express and Josh Bodley. Taken by Mission Bay. Express trying to get some more shots on goal as Mission Bay has been keeping it in their offensive territory for the last few minutes of this first half. Todd Emblem now with the ball, dribbling it around. He's got a fine sense of control on that soccer ball. Out of bounds it goes, away from the goal. Well, Sam Knight going down to the field, hurt. And I guess he is out of the game for a while as the Express get the ball back. But they kick it out of bounds, and now Joshua Severinson will throw it in. As the Express trying to penetrate, they kick it out. So Joshua will throw in. Express stopping that one. A high kick. As the Express are in their opposite end of the field, this one will go out at the near side. And you take a look at the goaltender for the Express. That is Todd Huff. A tough job today against the powerful offense of the Steelers. The Express really want to stick together as a team, as the coach agreed to form this club if the Soccer Association said to keep the team together, and they have, and here they are now in this championship game. Over there is Joshua, kicked away by the Express. As they try to move it down by the Mission Bay Club, who've got some big people on their team. Mission Bay moving down later on and stopped for a moment by Justin. Over there, Michael Coronado kicked away as the Express trying to run it down. Archie Tevelim at the far side, controlling it by one defender, not another, as the Mission Bay Steelers taking control. Over there now is Justin. A pass to Peter. He's trying to center it out, finding somebody open. He cannot. Now Michael Coronado in the action. A lead to Archie. Archie down the field, dribbling to the right side, but knocked out of bounds. Actually, the ball still in play as Mission Bay trying to close the door on the penetration of the Express. And the referee watching play carefully as the Express will throw in. From the far side, over there, Michael Coronado, high and over and kicked, taken by the goaltender of the Steelers. Moved away, back it goes to the Express. Now a hard kick, taken back by Danny Muckley. Express a high kick and a lead, and chased down, but not, as he can't get it. One of the Express, that being Peter Thompson, watching it roll out. In a centering kick, Express trying to get it in. A nice try by Peter Thompson, but Mission Bay right on it. Now a kick by the Express, passed over to Archie. Now chased by Peter Thompson, but it will go out. Mission Bay getting a goal kick. A nice one, but taken back to the Express. Over there is Danny Muckley. And chased down by the Steelers. A goaltender taking charge and kicking it out. The far side it goes, chased by Ian Mason. Mason around that ball, passing it off to Emblem, and here he comes down the field by one person, and he is just moving, one of the stars of this soccer league. And we have a whistle, and that signals the end of the first half. With the score, the Steelers 2, the Express 1. Be back with the second half in just one moment. Second half action beginning. Kickoff, center circle controlled by the Express. As they'll be moving to our right in the second half, and to our left, traveling offensively, will be the Steelers. Off the chest of one of the Steelers, as the Express trying to get some movement on those dribbles and passing. Here come the Steelers, though, number 13, Ian Mason. Ian around it now, trying to pass it off. Kicked by Stephen Bailey, out of bounds.
This line, okay? Throw it over again.
I know.
This line here.
It will be warmer up there than it is down here.
So we'll have a throw-in from the near sideline. The Express will do the honors. A high header by TK. Mission Bay on the move. A high kick towards, and now no shot made on the goal. As the ball now rolling loose, controlled by Emblem for a moment. He still controls it. He's got some good balance and coordination for this soccer team. A centering pass taken away by the Express, but not very hard, and a pass that is off, and a shot blocked, and another one That is Lewis Emblem now trying to get it. A cross shot, that is in, and Mission Bay has scored again. As they score here, opening up the first half, Todd Emblem kicking it over towards the middle as he was on the left side as he put it through, and now Mission Bay up by 2. High kick as it is kickoff time as Mission Bay leading 3-1. Todd Emblem has scored 2 of the 3 goals today. Chase by Mission Bay as the Express trying to answer right back. Kicked out of bounds at the near side.
Nathaniel, slow down a bit.
Play resuming. Kicked the other way out of bounds by TK. As we'll have a corner kick from the near side coming up. The Express bidding for another goal. Near the area it was. Emblem getting it back. Around it is Michael Coronado for the Express. Kicked out in the open field. Kicked back by David Weinman. But here come the Steelers. Defense for the Express back there in time. Sam Knight. And players on the sideline saying offsides, no call. As the Steelers moving it down again, playing very tough. And their offense is in. Emblem chasing everybody. Now he's a shutout goal. That is in. And he has done it for the 3rd time today. On his own, he moved from his left and kicked across to his right and scored again, and the Express are losing to the Steelers 4-1. So Todd Emblem, the offensive show for the Mission Bay Club, as the PQ Express now trailing by 3 goals. We're in the opening moments of the second half. As the players are huddling around center circle. I'm George Marvel. I hope you're enjoying this game at Shakey's Pizza on our widescreen TV. Anybody wanting to buy a copy of this tape, let us know. 693-1913. We'll be very happy to service you with one. So the kickoff forthcoming.
Sam, why are you back there? We're not defending.
As the team is changing goalies, and that being the Express. Kickoff and a hard one by Ian Mason. Back answered by the Express. Steelers have scored 2 quick ones here in the second half. And now a whistle and a player is down on the field, that being Sam Knight, the fullback. Take a look at the star of the game, Todd Emblem, as we resume play. The Express trying to move it forward, struggling in these opening moments of the second half. Number 9 around the ball, Andy Parsons. Out of bounds at the near side. The Todd Huff changing from a goaltender to a offensive position. And he'll be the one to take the ball in the corner and kick it out. The Express trying to get something going, losing by 3. Setting up the ball again is Huff. Here we go, a high kick around it. The Express, but Mission Bay back there in time. The ball is loose, traveling right to number 6, David Wyman. A hard kick it is, but around it, Todd Huff, and it will roll out at the near side. So throwing it in will be Andy Parsons. Parsons around it still, broken up by Mission Bay. Out of bounds at the near side. As we have a whistle by the official. Ball now going out of bounds again. This time the Mission Bay Club will throw it. Taken by PQ and out of bounds right near our tripod. Thrown in by David Medley. Around that ball is Stephen Bailey for Mission Bay. And falling down on the grass is Nick. Mission Bay moving it forward. PQ but back it goes to Mission Bay. A seesaw battle right now. Chased by Jason Murphy. He kicks it as the PQ Express trying to get some kind of offensive breakdown. Emblem now with the ball, and he is very dangerous. Over there is Michael Coronado. Kicked, intended for Jason. He didn't get it. The Express with another chance. Number 9, Andy Parsons. Parsons getting it through a bunch of green jerseys. Emblem getting it back for Mission Bay. And a nice fake there. One player down. He is eluding defenders, and he is just moving it through. Emblem along the left side. Emblem passing another defender of PQ. And another one, and now a centering pass broken up by the Express. Emblem chasing and keeping it in bounds, and now finally eluded by Andy Parsons at the near side. Thrown in and taken by TK out of bounds at the near side. TK throwing it in. Now he has possession for a moment. The Express kicking it away. Kicked back, though, by number 6. The goaltender for the Express. A new one in the game. Kicking it out. Now TK has it for a moment. The Express crossing the line. Chased by the defense out of bounds at the near side. Taken by Parsons. Now towards the middle. Stopped by the goaltender as the Express making a bid for a goal. Stopped nicely by the defense of the Steelers. Emblem, a nice pass, but taken back to the Express. Over there, Joshua Duva. Around it also was Peter Thompson. Now Duva chasing. Saved by the Steelers. Kicked by Jeff Sanders. PQ, a driving kick by everybody, and around that ball was Archie for a moment, but taken by the goalie of the Steelers. A nice header by number 12, Stephen Bailey. Kicked away by TK. Now the players getting clustered up as Todd Huff is around it. TK kicking it. Back it goes to the Express's David Weinman as he answers right back. Chased. Sam Knight around it. Knight trying to move it by, but in the area of number 15, Todd Emblem. Now it goes back the other way. The Express now just trying to move it out. Chased by Archie. Archie trying to go by somebody. He can't, though. Nice defense by Mission Bay. TK, a kick that is blocked by Todd Huff. Here comes Emblem now once again. Emblem on his own, chasing the field, past the field. A centering pass and a diving save and a shot that is up and in. And Mission Bay is playing some kind of soccer game today. And an assist from Emblem, number 14, David Midley, getting a pass right down the middle and hitting the top of the goal and throwing it, putting it in, and Mission Bay leading 5-1. Mission Bay by 4. They have scored 3 goals in the second half and are slowly pulling away from Penasquitos. Penasquitos trying to move it by at the center line. The ball is there. Chased by Emblem, and he has it for a moment. Stolen away by Andy Parsons.
Way to go, T.
PQ fighting hard. A high kick over the line. Back to Mission Bay, and TK has it. Trying to center it out. Now PQ has it, and Jason Murphy.
Oh, no, Ruby.
As we have a whistle, and it's going to be against Mission Bay. They are leading 5-1 over the Express. Coach Turner has really had an excellent coaching career here for the Express. 2 championship clubs, 3 second place, and 2 in third. And he has won majority of his games, around 80%. And the Express hoping today that they can pull through with a victory, but falling behind by 4 goals. As that ball is rolling now out to the far side, taken by the Express's Michael Coronado. But so far this game, Todd Emblem has been the story. Not only does he shoot goals, but he can pass. Taken back to the Steelers. Now David Weinman. A high kick. Emblem has it. A nice header directed to Gavin Hamels. Hamels along the far side. Off of one of the PQ Express, out of bounds at the far side. And you take a look at the gallery for the PQ Express, rooting them on as they are trailing in this game. So the ball will come out from the far side as the Express will throw in with Clayton Turner to do it. He, of course, the son of the head coach, Don Turner. The Express now have it. Jason Murphy knocked away by the Steelers. Here they come down the field. Crossing the center line, taken back by Andy Parsons. Also there, Archie. And now we have a whistle and apparently offsides, and it's going to go back to the Steelers. So the Steelers will get a kick from their own end as they're leading 5-1. Kicked right near the white line in the center circle. Back to the PQ team, Peter Thompson. Now Justin Duva. Now the ball rolling free. Chased by the Express's Parsons. Kick towards the center. And now a shot that was missed. And trying to get back there, Jason Murphy. Express almost having a chance to score a goal and creep a little closer to the Mission Bay Club, who are really playing a great game to themselves today. Around it, the PQ team, Justin Duva. They're all tied up now, trying to move it out. Duva around that ball again. A kick that will go out of bounds. Look at Archie Tebelin for the PQ Express. Mission Bay kicking it out. Stopped momentarily by Murphy. And now here comes the man, number 15 Emblem, but taken back to the Express along the near side. It will roll up the hill and out of bounds. On your screen, as he watches play resume, the Express trailing 5-1. Ball is kicked right out again, and we'll try another play. Number 14 to David Medley for the Steelers. A high kick out of bounds again. Todd Huff, who played goalie in the first half, out on the field now for the second part of this game. Ball coming out into play. The Express, a lead for Archie. Now it goes by, and Mission Bay has it. A pass to David Medley. Medley along the near side, dribbling it, keeping it in bounds. Now Huff. A centering pass over there, number 8, but broken up nicely by the defense of the Steelers. Kicked away out of bounds as the Steelers will take over. Throw it in, taken by Medley. As he passed it off. Here comes Emblem. He falls down though. Both players losing their balance. Now the goaltender for Mission Bay. Kicking it out as Penasquitos has been around the offense for a while, hoping to get some more shots on goal. And we have a whistle. 5-1, the Steelers are leading. An offsides call against Mission Bay. A hard kick by Todd Huff. Out of bounds at the near side. So the Penasquitos Express will throw in. As you take a look at the head coach for the Mission Bay Steelers, as he is in charge of this club, and they have had some kind of year. Out of bounds it goes. The Express will throw in. Josh Spottily will do that. Over there is Todd Huff. Huff, seeing the ball go the other way as Mission Bay kicking it out. Chased down by number 14, David Medley. A pass to Emblem. Emblem moving it by one defender. But around it also is Michael Coronado. He wins that battle. Now trying to pass it out to his teammate. Here comes Todd Huff. Huff on the right side. A shot, not a good angle, and it will go out of bounds. In your picture as he awaits the kick from his teammate. He can't get it. Taken by Billy Crafton. And behind him, his teammate. PQ in their offensive area trying to get some shots on goal. The ball rolling hard and out of bounds. As the Express will throw in. Out of bounds again. So they will try it again with Josh Bonnelly to do it in. Taken by Billy Crafton. Crafton kicking it out of bounds. So we'll have a throw-in from the near side by PQ. The lead now towards the goal area. Taken by Bonnelly, but it will go out again. Five to 1, Mission Bay leading Penasquitos. Over there is Josh Bonnelly trying to center it, kicked away, but stopped nicely by Michael Coronado. Coronado and Bonnelly in your screen. Now chased down by Todd Huff. Huff and also Murphy towards the goal. And a nice play by Mission Bay. So we'll have a kick from the goal area. This one will be by Mission Bay, as they have stopped the offense of Penasquitos this afternoon. The kick, a hard one, taken back to Penasquitos, Archie Tevelin. Now here comes Mission Bay. A shot actually directed back, and now a kick going over to the far side, bouncing inbounds, taken by the Express. Kicked, and it will go out of bounds at the near side. Throwing it in as they keep it in. Penasquitos will retain possession as Bonnelly will throw it in. Out of bounds by Mission Bay. Out of bounds once again, as Bonnelly will try it another time. A lead for Archie. He gets it as the defender falls down. Now it goes out again. 5 to 1. Mission Bay Steelers over the PQ Express. Now we have Archie Tevelin with it, but it will go out, and the Steelers will take it over. As the ball will go in the corner. Retrieving it over there, Todd Huff. And he will be the one kicking it, so PQ will have it. A corner kick. Huff, a high one, around it. Couple of Express, but not enough as Mission Bay around it when they have to be. Emblem around that ball. Now a kick towards the number 3, Archie Tevelin, and a penalty is going to be called, and it is going to be against PQ, and Mission Bay will get it back. So Nick Paparkas, who scored the first goal of the game, kicking it. Now over there is Stephen Bailey. Back it goes to PQ and Todd Huff. Huff along to Archie, and Archie around it, but a nice save by the goalie for the Steelers. Michael Coronado. Now back it goes to Mission Bay. Coronado kicking it. Now over there is teammate. PQ trying to get some breaks their way, but it has been Mission Bay most of this game. Chased by Michael Coronado. Around that ball one of his teammates, and also there is Josh Bodley. Bodley trying to control it, rolling to PQ, kicked out of bounds by number 14, David Medley. PQ throwing it in, chased by Archie. Archie going around some players, a pass knocked away by the Steelers. A high kick now around it, Josh going out of bounds at the near side. Billy will throw in for the Steelers. It's a high kick that will go out of bounds at the near side. Mission Bay throwing it in once again. This time Billy Crafton.
Way to go, Billy.
A high kick by PQ. Chasing it. They try to penetrate, but the Mission Bay leading by 4 are in the driver's seat right now. And they sure are, because this game is over. PQ Express defeated by the Mission Bay Steelers 5-1. They have played some kind of game. We'll be telling you the rest of it right after this. Final score from Rancho Bernardo. The Steelers beating the Express 5-1 on 3 goals by the star of the game, Todd Emblem, and also an assist to his teammate, David Medley, as they led the team to victory with great offense. I'm George Marble for Shakey's Pizza. This has been a Versatile Video production. Shakey's Pizza and Versatile Video presenting you today championship soccer in the boys division. We have today the PQ Express against the Mission Bay Steelers. I'm George Marble. I'll be calling all that play-by-play for you. Back with the game in just one moment.